social media guru, Emari, and we're reeling in some of the most exciting, extreme,
I agreed to marry someone, and I was actually about to break up with them,
and entertaining posts on social media.
Hey, people are saying that they're going to move to Florida because of the weather, but we closed. Don't come down here.
This is Florida for Real. Social media moves fast, so we're here to break it all down for you. And back with me to sort through the chaos is Scott Tavlin, voice of weekday mornings on Magic 94.9.
The amount of sleep that I have lost just scrolling on my phone, watching all of these videos, this is well worth it.
It is. And you know, have you ever heard of the viral Florida man home, Scott?
Isn't that what we all live in? No.
Well, technically, but not necessarily in this case. Well, if you've ever wanted to live inside a theme park, head to Pinellas Park. This house started as a modest 800 square foot home, but after 4 decades of imagination, it's now a 4,100 square foot, 22 room masterpiece. And Fox 13's Kaylee Tracy got a chance to explore it.
It's been dubbed the Florida man's home online, and as soon as you walk in, you'll see why. No, this isn't their garage. It's a 50s themed room, and this addition, it was actually built around the car. Jenna Spencer says the home is interior designed by her parents' imagination, leaving no detail untouched. It's 4,100 square feet and has 22 rooms total, including 2 bedrooms, a studio apartment, and 2 bathrooms. She says it all started because her dad initially wanted to build a hallway from the house to the pool, but not just any hallway. They just visited Disney World, and that inspired the Pirate's Cave, complete with a suspension bridge. From there, they added a space-age themed kitchen, a poker room, a hot tub down the hall, and a theater with a stage for the family of musicians. The backyard has a Jaws tribute, shuffleboard, and more. The house is under contract, and the new owners plan to turn it into an Airbnb so more people can experience all it has to offer. You can see more of the home on fox13news.com, Fox Local app, or Fox 13's YouTube channel.
What? Great reporting, Kaylee. Well, locals saw the video and immediately recognized the home. Lori said, "I've been in that house before. Unbelievable, awesome."
Yeah, I want to go in there too. John added, I was invited there years ago. I had no idea what I was walking into. They were very gracious.
Nice to hear. Melanie shared, "I lived across the street from them as a teen. We loved going to birthday parties there." Wow. So to learn more about the house's history, we have the former owner, Jenna Spencer, joining us now. Welcome to the show, Jenna.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yay. So what was it like to be the kid with the cool house growing up? Did your friends actually believe all of the stuff, like the suspension bridge is in your house?
I know, it's wild. I was definitely, my friends all loved coming to the house. Everybody, I'd have parties with all my friends and everything. And, like I was saying, they would love to play hide and go seek when we were younger. And that the backyard is huge. And the house is huge. So there's lots of room to hide.
Yeah. I'm sure your friends are just always amazed as they walk in. But what I want to go back to is the beginning, because your dad came home from Disney World and then decided to build a pirate cave. Did your mom think he was crazy, or was she just immediately on board? Like, go ahead, honey.
Everybody thought he was crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But my mom, she rolled with it. All of his ideas, he had some wild ideas, as you could see.
Yes, yeah, we do.
But my mom was so supportive, and she was just like, all right, what are we doing next?
How does it feel knowing that instead of someone coming along and just leveling out the entire property, that now your childhood home becomes an Airbnb where people can keep the party going?
Yeah, I am just so unbelievably thrilled that this house can live on and have another chapter and, give other people joy, discovering all these wonderful things about the house.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing this wonderful story about this true Florida man home.
Yes.
Thank you so much. My dad was an entertainer and my mom was so welcoming, so it was the perfect thing for our family. So thank you so much.
Scott, we finally found a local hero. A fellow Floridian is going viral for begging people not to move here, and honestly, we should probably thank him. He's out here doing the Lord's work. If this video scares off even a handful of people, that's a shorter line at Publix for the rest of us. Let's see how this guy is helping us gatekeep the Sunshine State.
Hey, people are saying that they're going to move to Florida because of the weather. First of all, Florida's been closed. There's a 5-year waiting list. If you don't believe me, Google it.
True.
2, if you by chance know somebody that knows somebody that knows someone and you end up getting inside Florida, here's a few things you should know. 1, you need to be bilingual, okay? You need to know English and you need to know mosquito.
Yep.
Okay? That's a whole language, and if you don't know mosquito, you thought Mandarin or English is tough, go try learning mosquito. 2, it ain't normally this type of weather. Normally it's wet hot. You probably don't even know what wet hot is. Wet hot is checking your mailbox and returning and be drenched. Wet hot is sitting under the shade and all of a sudden start sweating. Let me see. Traffic? You want to go to the store? You want to go get you one of them pub subs? There's traffic like no one here has a job. And they're driving like they got to be somewhere and they ain't got to be nowhere. That's just how they roll. I know I'm forgetting some things. I'm going to let the Floridians out there let y'all know what else I'm forgetting.
We got to add some additions from our comment section. Diet Coke Lover says, you sure are right on that. Oh yeah, the rain here is so hard you can't see it in front of you.
Yeah, and Kim added, also, stay out of the left lane.
Please, I beg of you.
Good point.
Karen shared, best way to describe summer, dryer full of towels, stop mid-cycle, and get in. That's the air in the summer.
That's literally what it feels like. You walk outside and you think, why did I even bother showering today?
Exactly.
You should know if you're coming to Florida.
Especially if you try to work out.
Oh yeah,
You're done.
It is done. A good hair day, bye.
Adios. Well, we're also gonna adios because we're gonna take a quick breather to hydrate because honestly, the Florida humidity demands it. So stick around because next up, we delve deep from Floridian footage of feathered friends. We're back with a segment that John on YouTube is already calling No One Is Watching, Quit Wasting Airtime.
Okay.
Boom, John. You don't have to tune in.
Ow.
It's the gift that keeps on giving when we need to fill a show that's running short.
Animals in general.
I love that open. It never gets old. When people think of Florida wildlife, they usually think of alligators. But if you actually live here, you know the real prehistoric terrors don't crawl, they fly. We're looking at the birds that prove Florida is basically just a glitchy simulation. But because there are so many bird videos flooding our timeline, I'm so excited for this. We needed a way to choose which ones to show.
Oh, here we go. Oh, goodness.
Feathers. Look at this, everybody. This looks a Florida for real bird who's filled with eggs, representing different viral videos. And we'll take turns to make a egg selection at random, but beware, there is a rogue non-bird egg hidden among them. Okay, so let's get this started. I'm gonna have to.
Oh, poor Feathers.
Feathers is giving birth.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start it off.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Every part of this
One
feels
egg down.
wrong.
Oh, this is folded tight. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh.
the suspense is real. What came out of
Okay,
Feathers?
what are we watching? We're watching what? Keisha Banks to something? All right, so if you've ever spent 5 minutes in Ybor City, you know the chickens don't just live here, they run the place.
True, very true.
Wow, okay.
Look at all of them.
And unfortunately for this woman, she clearly forgot to pay her cluck tax, apparently. It started as a casual stroll through historic district, but it quickly turned into a high-stakes, low-speed chase. It's not exactly Jurassic Park, but tell that to her.
Honestly, if you ever have family coming to the Tampa Bay area, you need to go to Ybor and you
have
need
to.
to see the chickens. It's like going to a wild zoo.
It is. And this guy isn't scared at all. He said, Goofy Pets for You said, they run from me,
Oh,
LOL.
goodness.
Okay.
They're scared of you. I'm scared of them. Teaslin 2025 says, I love our free-range city dinosaurs.
Yep. And
Wow.
Hipster Drew added, Feathers is getting in on this. Basically, you being chased by a group of cocks. Okay. Well,
Feathers!
Feathers. Her
Cover
ears.
your ears.
Oh, All right, Scott, it's time for you to invade Feathers.
Why does this feel so weird? I'm sorry, Feathers. I feel like I should apologize. Okay, let's see what we got in Feathers.
You're suffocating Feathers. Oh my God.
Feathers, stop. Okay. Okay,
what are we doing?
All right, we're doing Sunshine Sammy 37.
Okay, who's the lucky winner here? If you're looking for a home in Clearwater with vibrant neighbors and loud curb appeal, we found the spot for you. Oh my God. Florida realtor Samantha, known as @SunshineSammy on TikTok, showed up to a house on Grantwood Avenue, but instead of a family, she was met by a flock of peacocks. They've completely engulfed the property. Honestly, in this Florida housing market, I wouldn't be surprised if the birds outbid us all. Just imagine the HOA fees on all that bird seed. Well, we've got to take a break. I'm sorry, Feathers, it's time for you to go home. But stick around. When we come back, meet the content creator acting as our unofficial state historian.
This Miami golf course community was once home to the fastest auto racing track in the USA.
Beyond Florida is a TikTok take on the kind of Florida lore you won't find in a textbook. From forgotten roadside attractions to the wild history behind our local landmarks, he's proving that our state's past is just as bizarre as its present.
More than 300 acres of pristine Florida coastal mangrove-covered land could be bulldozed for a major cruise port. This according
Buried beneath a shopping center parking lot in Polk County, Florida, lie the remains of a theme park called Circus World.
There once was a time when this little piece of land in Jacksonville, Florida, was home to a park that rivaled any in America. It was just incredible, and it was called Dixieland Park. Back in 1925, this Miami golf course community was once home to the fastest auto racing track in the USA, but it was only used once.
Wow.
No, wait a second.
Oh, that is so interesting.
I'm so curious of why these things ended, what happened to them, how long. This is really cool. Thousands have left comments expressing their love for the history of this state. Kathy says, I miss my old Florida.
And Neon Dodge said, I appreciate the work you're doing, man. Keep it up.
That is so awesome. It looks like a lot of people appreciate learning about Sunshine State sites. Joining us now is Sam Johnson, the man who's making it his mission to ensure that old Florida doesn't just fade into the mangroves. Welcome to Florida for Real, Sam.
Welcome, Sam.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having me today.
Of course.
Thanks for all your videos. And I just have to know, why did you decide to make videos about the local lore?
Yeah, Beyond Florida started as a history channel, and, the reason being there's so much interesting history here. We have the oldest city in the USA with St. Augustine. We have Civil War battlefields, Black history, stories from pioneers of all different backgrounds. And, Florida has always been, one of those places that has attracted some eccentric and weird and interesting people as well. There's an endless supply of interesting happenings to discuss.
That is so true. And your videos really take a deep dive into kind of like the fever dream of what Florida really is.
True.
But what is the weirdest place that you've ended up online or in person because of your videos?
I think there are a lot of strange places I've ended up, but one of the weirdest places I was at was inside of an abandoned U.S. Navy spy plane.
Oh my God.
This was used during the 1990s to circle the Caribbean to look for people that might be smuggling things into the United States. It still has the old radar on top and everything like that. The entire plane was gutted. But just to kind of see some of the panels and buttons that were still there in the cockpit, it was probably the craziest experience I've had.
But why do you think so many people are so obsessed with old Florida? Do you think it's the nostalgia or like trying to figure out why we're so crazy?
Nostalgia is a huge thing right now. There's a lot of us that what we now see as Floridians is, flattened land with bulldozers and pop-up communities coming up. I think a lot of us are feeling some nostalgia for the Florida that we remember as kids. I don't think that we need another Dollar General and a Wendy's. I think we would have been a lot better off keeping what we had, keeping some of those old attractions. And I think that's a feeling that a lot of people in Florida feel, even if you're not a native. I think people who have lived here for even 10 years can see a major difference in what Florida looks and feels like today.
Thanks, Sam. If you want to watch him uncover more of Florida's wild and wonderful side, follow him on TikTok at Beyond Florida. And we've got to take a break, but when we return, why labels aren't just for making sure your stapler doesn't get stolen by the office thief. Producer Luana looking at I didn't write that. I did not write that.
He says to me that they add a pressure to the relationship and it ruins something that's good.
Time for the final boss of our trawl through the viral videos of the past week and turn our attention to calls my co-host, Scott Tavlin, took on his morning show on Magic 94.9. And this first call has it all. A dramatic dilemma, a rocky relationship, and my co-host, cool cardigan. Oh, let's see what Scott's wearing.
I need help because I feel like I'm stuck in a relationship that refuses to admit it's a relationship. I've been seeing this guy for about 8 months now, and we talk every day. We spend weekends together. I've met all of his friends, and honestly, he even gets jealous if I talk to other guys or they talk to me. So we're doing all the things that couples do. But every time I ask him what we are, he just shuts it down. And he says things like, I don't believe in labels and, why do we need to put a title on it? He says to me that they add a pressure to the relationship and it ruins something that's good. I don't know if we're just not doing that, but here's the thing that's really messing with me, though, is that he's expecting me to be loyal. So he wants exclusivity. He wants that girlfriend level energy, but he's not calling me his girlfriend.
Well, I will say, I did have a lot of callers say that it puts too much pressure on the relationship, and if they've had a past relationship go sour because of a label, maybe they're a little more hesitant to throw a label on it.
But you're already doing everything that is required out of a relationship.
But maybe once you call someone a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife, everything just goes, bam.
But no.
It's not the label's fault?
I don't think it's the label's fault. I just think, that meant that you weren't meant to be with that person. I feel like it's manipulative to expect someone to act as a girlfriend and not give them the title or the satisfaction of saying, this is my girl. Because how does he introduce her?
Well,
this is my special friend?
Well, this happens.
What if, unfortunately, he passes away? He has a funeral, and on the program it says, "My special friend."
That's all you ever were.
No,
nothing more.
That's just
no
sad.
label involved.
She needs to leave him.
Well,
okay.
That's one opinion.
Let's see if anyone in the comments had an opinion I approve of. Okay, Paul, producer Paul. Bookish Marie says, "Girl, have some self-respect and walk away." That's what I'm talking about.
Wait a second. Well, Angie says, at Scott Tavlin, at Magic 94.9, you need to borrow the flag from One Buck Place. That's a pretty big one.
That's a good one.
A big old flag.
The Top Life says, girl, run. 2026 is not situationship season. So next up, 2 tickets for the gun show as we try to keep our eyes up here and listen in on the tale of a proposal which went wrong from one person, right for the other, I guess. What is this intro?
I agreed to marry someone, and I was actually about to break up with them. So my boyfriend and I have been together for a little over a year.
Yeah.
I was just quietly planning to end things after the holidays so that I wouldn't ruin Christmas, just get through Christmas and then, cut the cord.
Okay.
So that was my plan, and then Christmas morning happened. So we are all gathered at my parents' house. It was my entire family, my cousins, grandparents, everyone. Gifts are opened, cameras are out. Everyone's just happy, emotional. And then my boyfriend stood up and started tapping his glass.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And my stomach just dropped. But he starts talking about how much he loves me and how grateful he is for my family and how this has been the best year of his life. And everyone is tearing up.
Oh.
And then he gets down on one knee and pulls out a ring, and I panicked.
Oh, no.
What are you supposed to? Yes! Well, what are you supposed to do, Emari?
Say no. She was already going to break up with him. You might as well just say no. Rip the Band-Aid off.
You're in front of your entire family, your friends. It's literally the holiday season. and you're just gonna ruin it by saying no? I can't blame her. I would have said yes too.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think it would have ruined it for everybody else. It would have ruined his Christmas, yes. But the family would just be like, oh, okay.
Well,
Who has the ham?
Some of us have a heart. I wouldn't be able to do that. Crush the person's heart in front of everyone.
I think it's better to be firm and say no in the very beginning, and then that way there's no confusion and you can just break that off without it dragging on to infinity.
I think that's probably the healthier thing.
Yeah.
And in the comments, Twisted Yoga 68 says, it's not tough. You say no. It's not that hard.
I mean, I will say that it would be hard, but it still has to be a no. This guy says, why did the dude feel the need to have an audience to pop the question? He put her on the spot because deep down he was afraid she'd say no, manipulation. Well, I think that's a bit of a stretch.
That might be a stretch.
Normal
It's
proposal.
a special moment.
Come on, y'all.
And we also found Emari's burner account.
What?
CDC PLDN says, get your Christmas present and then dump him, you mean.
I wouldn't do that. All right. If that's all the chaos we can fit into one show. If you've got a life dilemma that's messier than a Publix parking lot on a holiday weekend, give Scott a shout. He's taking your calls every weekday morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Magic 94.9. And hey, if you're mid-doom scroll and find a viral video that's perfect for us, slide into our DMs at Florida For Real on Instagram or TikTok. And remember to keep it real.
Florida For Real.